an answer for you? Yes, but you're not going to like it.
Doesn't matter, we must know it.
All right. The answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything is 42.
Hello, welcome back to Voluminum. This is episode 42. I couldn't have episode 42 and not include my good friend Deep Thought from one of my favorite movies, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I just came up with this in creative. It's not the best, but I thought it looked okay. It kind of resembled Deep Thought from the movie a little bit. And then I made some little villager people down here to represent the two little priests or keepers of knowledge, whatever they are in the movie. I thought it was a little fun idea and just made this little area over here from the base. Little walkway. Kind of made it Rooney looking, kind of like oldish. And I thought it was a nice little addition to the area. Gives it a little bit of character opposed to this like desolate ground here. So, got a lot to cover this episode, but I'll start by addressing this. And this is the blast cage. The alien blast cage. And I thought it looked, I kept with the same block palette, the end stone, and some blue, warped logs and stuff like that. I think it looks pretty nice. Let's go around the edge here. You can kind of see it's the same all the way around. Just kind of slapped it here. And inside is where the fun is. We swing down here. And we've got the built-up basalt farm that we saw last episode. But now, underneath is the cobblestone farm. Same one I built over in the starting area, but I built another one here. For two reasons. This is one of the farms that we want to add to this area. Have a nice little farm that you can turn on and off from the base. And I didn't set up the storage over there at the other cobblestone farm right. So this one does just that. A bunch of 2x loaders here and don't need filters, so this will do. And of course I've got it all set up to be turned on and off from the base and have the loot all transferred up here. And I did things a little bit different this time. I took some advice from people that are a little bit more knowledgeable about this stuff than I am. It's sending signals downwards. Much cheaper than the observers and doors like I have here. You can just use walls. So if you extend down that wall, it updates this little here, and all the way down there's an observer down there. So that sends the signal over to whichever farm I want to turn on and off. And I'll just go in free cam so I don't have to fly back over. We've got the, although the wall trick is really helpful to send signals down, it doesn't send them up. So I just went with the little sticky piston arms here. So we get the same pulse from the control panel up there, sends a signal to the cobblestone farm, and I've got one that leads over to the basalt farm as well. And I've got the item output set up right, so once they're loaded all into boxes, they'll be dispensed down here into this water stream, and same from the top here. Once they're loaded into this storage, they're packed into boxes, sent along the water stream, and sent all the way down through this water tunnel here, all the way up to the main water tunnel that goes up the base. And I've had to make a bit of adjustments up here as well. So yeah, they all come up there and are spat down into the base there. Oh, I need to check that. That is not good. Uh-oh. Oh, I forgot to place a hopper there. Oh, that is unfortunate. I probably lost a lot of items. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and do that. I AFK'd to get a bunch of wheat and all that. Let me just get some blocks. Oh, I'm gonna scaffold with redstone blocks. That is unfortunate. I was testing this little contraption I'm gonna show you here, and I just needed items not to go into the barrel just yet. So now they will. Ah, okay. Well, that's gonna it's gonna demonstrate a little problem that is part of this box sorting system to begin with. So we picked this up. So there must have been, yeah, there were items in the hopper. That's, yeah, unfortunate. I didn't think to take them out. So I'm going to start with this little contraption here. Basically, I initially had problems when I set up the cobblestone farm. I tested it out and had boxes coming in, and I should have thought ahead and knew this ahead of time, but with these hoppers going around the corner, this inner side here needs to be delayed a bit because this side is longer, obviously. So we need to delay the box so it links up with the item that's going on that route. So I'll touch on the delay I made for the hopper box item sorter thing over there in a second. But right here, I was trying to think of a way to delay the item input, because if I put a couple boxes come in at the same time, for example, like just happened there, it's probably got to fix that in a minute. This system doesn't, it can't keep up. So basically it'll skip. It'll take one and then the others going over will skip because it's going in too fast. So what I had here is basically when an item comes in, it triggers that little signal and extends this block out to stop it, and then it lets it go. And so if that one should be going, and this is a 16 gain tick clock, and so the next one that comes in, if it comes in right after it, it'll come in and stop as well. And that one should have had time to go through and be sorted, so not multiple at once don't come through and clog it up. So this little contraption here works good unless two come in at the same exact time, and then things can get stuck. So this is really a fix, kind of a band-aid fix for multiple items coming in like kind of together in the same at the same time, but not exactly at the same time. But that will likely not happen. So because of the way the farms, you know, either the crop farm or the cobblestone and basalt farms, they shouldn't have two boxes come in at the exact same time. They should become staggered anyway, but I set this little delay here in case they come in back to back. This one will keep it held there, and then it'll let it on through once this timer's up, and it should have plenty of time to go through. So this little thing here, I had to add one to each of these four corners. Very similar to the thing I have right there, little delay system. So it detects a box that's gone through and triggers this little hopper clock to lock and keep the box in place right here in this hopper while that item goes through. And then about the time the item gets to the right spot, this will unlock and the box will go through and be lined up perfectly with the item. And I've got to do it on each corner, obviously. So all the way around now, we should be linked up with the boxes. So let's drop on down to the control panel. Floor. We'll try out the on and off switches. So let's do the cobblestone. We'll turn that on and free cam over. Turns on pretty quick actually. For as long as that redstone signal has to go. All the way down there, up this redstone arm. Hey, how did you survive? It's weird that you can't hear it though. If you're in free cam anyway. Okay, here's a cobblestone, and we'll turn on the basalt as well. Let's just fly over and watch them now. Oh, frames. Oh, there comes the sound. Now, I know this basalt farm won't be as fast because it's in the overworld and the way lava flows, it's just slower. So, oh, frames are really hurting here, yeah. We can see them both in action. Noisy, noisy. Alright, let's fly back up here and turn them off. Oh, so I can save some frames. This thing's really nice. I mean, it's almost instant, it seems like, because that observer grabs the wall, and that observer down there detects it immediately, even though it's way up there. So that redstone line is sent across through observers and rails, which is also very fast, up this piston arm. So it's, I mean, super duper fast for both of them. Let's go check it out. This one's already off, cobblestone farm. And the basalt farm's also off. This down here, it's on a little clock down here. This comparator fade out clock. So this goes a little bit longer to get all the items off into boxes. I think that's these are some nice additions to the area. We got our alien blast cage, our deep thought answer to life over there, and much more to come. But there's actually a farm I made over the weekend off in that direction that isn't in this base area, and you'll see why. This type of farm needs to be in a special location because of how insane it is. Let's go check it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. It was pretty fun to make. It was a little bit odd because I had the replay recording when I was building, gathering all the villagers, and also streaming some of it. So I tried to use a little bit, some clips of both. That's why the little box in the corner had the kind of grayed out villager capturing in first person, and there was also a replay going on. I tried to capture most of what I was doing so you can kind of see the progress that was being made to build this thing, because it was an insane process for me, probably because I'm a pleb and not very good at this game, but others have made short work of building this thing in their single player. But it was actually a lot of fun to do. The build itself was pretty easy. Capturing the evokers was difficult, and the hardest part was probably the item filters. If I had to build it over again, I would build it 5 more times and capture the evokers, then do the filters again once. I had to go and use the old raid farm I have in the end and my witch farm in the starting area just to get enough redstone for this. The item filters, because it's 6-time loaders, I think. Or maybe a bunch of 4-times loaders, I'm not sure. I'm probably wrong on both those accounts. But anyways, here it is. Yeah, this is the CCS Covenant's raid farm. And he worked on this with Fallen Breath and a few others, I think, as well. And this thing's just insanely fast once it gets going. I'm not going to do a how-to on this thing because there's a great video by jcraft. I'll link in the description. I followed their tutorial basically on how to suppress the snow here that the mobs spawn on, and how to get these evokers captured in here, and other bits in the process as well. But yeah, that video, I'll link it in the description. Super helpful. Just a really great channel overall. Yeah, here we are, and this is the... I'm also not going to demonstrate it because I think while I'm recording, it would kind of, my frames would die. Because this thing is a little demanding once it gets going full speed. But this wall here that I don't see mentioned very much is really helpful for when you actually use AFKing at the farm. So you stand there and you're hitting the minecart. But if you're not wearing netherite, like I'm not, even if you are wearing netherite, I think a little bit, because netherite armor has inherent knockback resistance a little bit, so that helps, but you can still benefit from using a wall. So basically, once you get in there and start using it, you place a wall behind you so you don't get knocked back, and you can hit all of the mobs. See, there's a bunch right here hanging out. Only 309. But yeah, I really wanted to kind of actually avoid building this because of how fast it was. It almost makes witch farms irrelevant, but there are so many things in this game that you can also say that about, because a certain farm makes other farms irrelevant. I mean, once it gets, if you get down into the nitty gritty of this game, the survival aspect, so much is irrelevant. The speed of so many farms is irrelevant. How many sea lanterns I can get from my guardian farm is insane. So I can still build plenty of witch farms in the world and do different designs, like my double witch hut perimeter, the maze perimeter. I'm still working on that. And that's a fun decorative build that will also result in getting some redstone, which will be nice. But this is, I wanted to build this before 1.17 came out, because I wanted all of the redstone that I could get my hands on. There's none in here right now because I brought it all to the main base. But I wanted to kind of be prepared almost to have all the resources to build any crazy 1.17 farms that might surface up and be really beneficial to the world. So yeah, this thing was a lot of effort, but so worth it. And luckily, I mean, this is, let's see if I can pull up. Yeah, you can see me here. The base is just south of us, and right over there is a pillager outpost. So let's hop in the portal and I'll show you the distance I have to travel to go get a bad omen. Here's our overworld ore banks. There's a little drop down to the base. This is the portal to the raid farm, and this is the portal to an outpost. All right here, super close. And yeah, that lava box up there is kind of unsightly, but it's not much you could do about it. Might build some kind of just silly, huge, like, pixel art around it, but that's just how it's going to be for now. The Ravagers get teleported and they die almost instantly from all the lava there. So yeah, we can hop over here and say what's up to some of these raiders. Actually, I don't think there are. No, yeah, knob switch is on, duh. And one thing that I wasn't aware of until building this, that you can use the raid farm even when the mob switch is on. You just have to have Bad Omen first. So you can do like I did and try and save some of those bad evoker guys with the banners, the banner guys. So when you start the farm back up, you immediately get Bad Omen and start the raid farm again. I said I wasn't going to use it while recording, but screw it, I'll try it. It should drop down and I should be able to hit some of the... Oh, never mind. Yeah, those guys despawned. Whoops! Okay, maybe go turn the mob switch off. Yeah, that'll probably help. Alright, mob switch is now off. We're back over here at the outpost. Let's fly up and despawn everything so we get a bunch of raiders. There we go. Alright. Everybody down. I should probably make a bigger area they can spawn in down here, but I've just been too lazy after building that. I gave myself a bow and arrow over here. Went and got an infinity bow. Let's find a banner guy. Oh, is that one? Yeah, there is. What's up, guy? Need your good help. Thank you. All right, let's hop on over, put this back, and go back over to the raid farm. Oh, all right, the raid started. So I've got to come up here, grab my sword, probably turn this down a bit. Yeah. Oh, get our wall, and start. So, I think, yeah. So you have to set your periodic attack at 11 game ticks. Now, I might need to wait until some drop down. Sometimes this can be finicky where it doesn't want to start. Oh, no, it's starting. There we go. Free cam is so nice. We can see these guys start falling down. As soon as it gets to going, it takes a minute to kind of warm up. Oh, there's a few more. Nice, and we're killing them. Stacking the raids. Items are coming through. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It's getting up to full speed. Yeah, this thing is just insane. I'll obviously link the videos and all that in the description so you can go check it out and maybe build it yourself. So let's stop it before it gets too crazy. Oh, I need to pick up the wall. There we go. All these guys are gonna be really mad. You have to hang out for a second. Alright, well that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.